We believe in Guyana that the only way in the long term that we be able to preserve forests is to have a model that has several elements. So in our case, we believe that there are four important elements to the model that we launched in 2008 and we recently updated. First of all, forests have to be integrated into a national development strategy. Secondly, the solution has to be a jurisdictional scale solution. Thirdly, indigenous people and those who live in the forest have to be part of the solution. Then we believe that you have to have strong forest legislation and robust enforcement of that legislation. And the next element is, which is a critical one, that you have to identify a revenue stream to outcompete alternate use of the forest. Without these key elements, we believe that forests cannot be preserved in the long term, either through philanthropy or just goodwill or declarations. So in Guyana's case, we've been able to keep our forests intact. 86% of the country is covered with forests. We have one of the lowest deforestation rates in the world. We have recently been able to have our entire forest certified at the jurisdictional scale through their Architecture for Red Plus transaction. It's the only forest in the world that has a jurisdictional scale certification. We've been able to get certified credits, and we've sold 30% of those credits for $750 million at a minimum. And I say at a minimum because if there is an upside, the credits are traded in secondary markets, or there is any movement in a global market, then we would share 60% of the upside of any increase in prices. So if we were to sell the remaining 70% of our credits at the same price at which we sold the credits that we recently sold, the 30%, we will raise over the next 10 years at a minimum $2.5 billion to come into our country. $2.5 billion US. Now, considering that our forest is bigger than England and Scotland, but tiny compared to Ghana and the Congo and Brazil and many other countries in the world. So it just gives you an idea as to what scale of financing you will have to raise to outcompete alternate use. So whilst we hear about pledges of $10 million and $50 million, etc., from public sources, it is not at scale enough to outcompete alternate use. Now, many countries can choose their own model, and we believe that part of the model building is to take the best practice from every country. But in this case, we have chosen the market because we don't believe there are enough public funds available, given the lack of the world has not come up, particularly the developed countries. They have not met their pledge on the $100 billion. They have not financed loss and damage at scale. So we don't think there would have enough public funds to preserve forests and outcompete alternate use. We have chosen the market. We have produced high-quality carbon on the market, and this could be done if we just set ourselves some global standards. So Guyana has done this. We are now utilizing this money. 15% goes directly to our indigenous communities. We have now 500 projects in 242 villages being implemented, indigenous villages. The 85% remaining of the potential $2.5 billion will fund adaptation measures. So it is integrated. This is what we're doing in Guyana, and we believe that is the scale that is necessary to preserve forests, not pleasures and philanthropy, etc. And sometimes we don't see that happening globally. So this is all I'm going to say now. Thank you very much.